Hi guys, so let me show you what I am up to today. I've been working currently on this car for a while. So it's a 2004 Nissan Terrano. It has no roof rack or roof rack capabilities at all. So the previous owner drilled some holes in the rooftop just so he can attach some bars to it, some longitudinal bars. As you can see, it's not ideal to drill holes in the roof of your car. So currently I have to fix it. The plan for today is to actually use some of the parts that I designed already. So some of these are some 3D printed spacers that would fit right there between the chassis and the rooftop. This will ensure that whenever you screw something from the bottom to the top, you will have decent pressure all along this roof rail, and you will not ruin your rooftop as well. So pretty simple part, just a 3D printed spacer. It's printed in PETG. It's a material that also withstands some temperature. In order to do this, you have to take out all the rooftop of your car, the liner basically. I will also do some cleanup and add some paint right there so the rust will stop, or at least I would try to stop it. So yeah, let's fit those in, and I'll show you back then. I also moved a bit closer so it's easier for you to see as well. So again, that's the 3D printed spacer that should fit right here. It can get a bit hard in the beginning, so the reason for this is to go right there in, and I will drill through the spacer. So every time you screw, this spacer will get sandwiched in between the frame here and the rooftop. In this way you will not close this gap more than it is actually from the factory. This will also happen for the others. Let me show you a bit closer how it looks. If it would have been filled here, no space at all, then this would not be needed. But as it has some space, I better fill it with something, and I chose to do it with the 3D printed part. That's basically it. So quite easy. Let me show you how you mount it in. You basically get a small hammer like this. Yeah, not working. So I will mount it, and yeah, see you then. Now the first one is already in. This is how it looks. So you can see it perfectly fits between the roof of the car right there and this liner. You can now drill a hole exactly in it. So when you fit the longitudinal bars up top, it will tighten against this one, so you will not have any bent roof in the end. So now it's time to go do the other ones. I will have to add some paint right here, and I'll show you what's up at the end. Alright guys, so already mounted. This is how it looks also with the hole drilled. So the spacer sits flush in between the roof and the liner, the lateral liner. Here I added also a bit of insulation, also to prevent more rust to occur. Everything is already mounted on both places. This is how it looks in the end. And I'll show you in a moment how does it look from the outside. So here you can see also the holes, how they are aligning. They are almost flush with the chassis, with the rooftop. So yeah, now it's time to mount the roof, actually the longitudinal bars on which the roof will be mounted later. Here's the bar that we will use. So it's an aluminium profile. It has a channel and it looks like this. So you have a channel where you can slide nuts, and you can mount anything you want inside there. So this is how it looks. That's the profile. I marked already some holes where I will drill, I mark already some holes where I drilled and cleaned some holes where this will be mounted in the roof of the car. Already for the second one I also added some liner. This would help a bit with water insulation, so it will not come inside the car. This is how it looks. In order to mount these rails, we will use some nuts like this one. These can be easily fitted after you mounted the beams. You can also fit them from above like this, or from the side. You just drop them like this, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it went already down. So you got the idea. You basically can add them like this. They have a small ball and a bearing, and apparently they don't want to stay. And you line up those holes, and you can mount things from the underside. So basically you go with the screw up through this spacer, through the roof, into this nut, so that no one can actually steal your beams. Alright guys, so here's the roof rail mounted to the car. So this is how it looks. So you basically have those T-nuts, those V-slot nuts, slotted in the beam, the small insulator underneath, and you have this mounted on the car, and you can basically do whatever you want with this rail. You can basically mount anything. Let me show you from the inside as well. So I took the chance and also fully insulated the indoor with this approach. So this beam right here is attached to the car using the bushes you saw earlier. So these ones right here, these bushes go all along the chassis of the car with nuts and bolts, and this is how it looks mounted. And on top of it you can see the roof rack. It's quite sturdy. You can basically move the whole car by it. Yeah, I think it will withstand quite a lot of weight this way. I also changed a bit the mounting points here since they were pretty bad. This is just a regular angle bracket you find at your local depot or your local hardware store. Nothing too fancy, but it's actually working. And in the meantime I've added this beam right here, which goes from the front sides to the back side. That's actually quite useful because it stops the profiles, the aluminum extrusion, sagging down as you put weight on this. So we have two of these cut to length, and this is how it looks. So it's very similar to the Rhino rack you can buy online, but much cheaper than that. So it's your choice. If you buy a custom made one, or actually you do it yourself, or you buy a Rhino rack. You see the tolerance is quite small here, but it works okay for me since I don't put much weight on top, so it's not touching the roof of the car. If in the future it will touch it, I will add some foam right in between the two, so it should be fine then. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I see you next time. Hope you like this kind of videos more than the last ones. More like yeah, easy to produce, you know. Have a nice one.